Hey guys, welcome to Brian's Man Cave. So this past PRGE, I always say I'm gonna say that wrong. Portland Retro Gaming Expo debuted a bunch of games from Intellivision Revolution, and a handful of them were mine. And so I thought it'd be a great opportunity to play a bunch of those games because they're just getting ready to be released very soon. They're going to go onto the Intellivision Revolution store for sale. Actually, I think maybe one of them's already up there. But yeah, keep checking that site out because a bunch of the games are getting ready to be released. And I thought it'd be fun to play a bunch of my games. So the first one is this one, Fast Food, which I have talked about, and I've shown some gameplay footage before. I believe that one's up right now. You could probably purchase it right now. Rags to Riches, which is a game that I played when I was a kid. So I had a lot of fun converting that into an Intellivision title. Boing, which I'm not sure why I decided to do this one. I just thought it looked like it would be a fun game to put together. And the last one is Traffic Jam, which unfortunately I don't have the box for it yet. But it's also going to get a release. Anyways, let's get around to playing some of these games. I'm going to start off with Fast Food. Why not? Let's see if I could reset this. Okay, there we go. My logo-y thing there. That's the title. We want to go, so basically I decided to create a plus version, which gives more than just a classic game. Obviously, it's got its own stuff to it. So let's do that. So this game, it's fairly simple. I mean, you just got to collect the foods, avoid the purple pickles, which I still say is a funny, weird idea that just, you're avoiding purple pickles for some reason. I mean, I guess you could call them eggplants, too. They kind of look like eggplants. Oop. I got one purple pickle. If you get 6 of them, you're dead. And, of course, as the levels progress... So if you play the classic, it's just this board. And this challenge, it just gets faster and faster and faster. And then if you play the plus version, which is the one I'm playing right now, there's going to be some extra stuff in there. And of course, you'll notice at the top there's a timer. That timer is telling you when the level's going to end. Something that I thought I wished was on the original one when I was playing it on the Atari. Because you never know when it's going to happen. It just happens. Like, you're playing and all of a sudden it's like, okay, now you're going into the next stage. Which really isn't a stage. It's more like it's just going to be faster. One more second to go. Alright, Pickle Dodge. So this one's basically, it's raining pickles in a sense. But instead of them actually killing you, it's just going to affect your score. You want to avoid as many as possible. It gets hard though, because they're coming at you from both angles, and it's just inevitable you're going to get hit by some. So you see I've already eaten like 10 of them. So the more you dodge, the better your score. It's a little bit of a thumb killer. Because you can't stay in one space, because, it'll still... There's no space you could just stay that will be completely safe. Oh, oh, oh. Okay, this one's got pills falling from the sky. One kind of stuns you. The other one, it's actually pretty good for you. So You see I keep getting stunned, and then the purple pickles are coming at me really fast because I can't move. So you need the antacids. The antacids are the white ones that remove the pickles. Oh. You can see the pickles at the top there. I ate the white one. So the idea is the white ones are like an antacid. The orange ones are kind of like heartburn in a sense. They hurt you. But yeah, so this game has a bunch of different levels. And it just gets really challenging really fast. Okay, so now we're going to move on to Boing, which is an Atari conversion. So this game originally came out on the Atari 2600. You know, it's a very simple game. It's kind of a rare game if you could get your hands on it. I know it's not cheap. So you're going to start here. You got the ball or bubble. It's actually a bubble. I don't know why I keep calling it a ball. You know, it's a ball shape. But yeah, you're a bubble. And that's a pin coming down, and it's going to pop your bubble. And same with that little yellow gremlin dude. He's just hopping around there. You just want to avoid him. So in the first few stages, you could kind of just go wherever you want. So it's sort of like in a Cubert style, right? Where you're just getting the squares. But then when you get up to a higher up level, you got to go by patterns. So you got to know which pattern to get. It's one of those games where you really gotta have a fast thumb, sort of like the other game I was just playing. You know, you gotta be quick, gotta think of where you're gonna go. Certain areas you want to avoid right off the bat is this one corner here, because that's where he always spawns. And of course, if you're at the top, more likely you're gonna get hit by that pin. If you don't have or dart, it's actually a dart in my game. In the original, it's a pin. But in mine, I decided to make it more of a dart, because I thought a single little line was kind of boring, and you wouldn't notice it too well. Especially with the graphics being like this. Yeah, you see I created all different backgrounds, because I thought it's gotta have something fun to it. And each well, I guess board level, what do you want to call it, has a different musical interlude. Just to spice the game up a bit. And I died. Game over. But that's pretty much what the game is. It's a nice, simple game if you want to go for a good points game. Okay, so this one is based off a board game called Rush Hour. This is my version called Traffic Jam. So you get some options here because you've got to solve puzzles. It's a puzzle game. So you could go with the beginner, which will give you the first 10, which are the easy. Then there's the intermediate. The puzzles get harder, and then advanced, and so on. Expert, it's the same idea. Then you just hit the disc for a full game if you want to try and go for all 40 puzzles. So yeah, let's do that. We start off at Toronto. I know a few YouTubers have, well, at least Papa Pete's already done a video on this one. And my good friend Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala, he's working on a review for this game as well, which I'm looking forward to seeing. So you can see you get different kinds of score based on how many moves you did, how many times you skipped or reset. Because I put in a skip option here, because you know you might get stuck on a puzzle or a jam as they're called, and you might want to move to the next one, or maybe you just want to you want to focus on one of them that you just can't get through. So you can go over here. It kind of insults you, tells you to get some glasses, or has a little funny, you know, sass to it, and then you go on to the next. So Tarzilla, that's his username. He's the one who helped me with the graphics. He made the graphics for this game. You know, the outer graphics, the scenery, and he also came up with that idea of the insults. which I thought was pretty funny. He's like, you know, you should give it a little sass when someone decides to skip. And then if you really mess the puzzle up, you can just go over here and then reset the puzzle right back to the way it was. Because maybe you've made too many moves and you're like, oh, I'm not getting anywhere here. I just need to reset the puzzle. You know, it just takes a while to just get used to it. Even I get confused. I'm like, oh, how do I do this again? Yeah, I'm screwed. But yeah, that's pretty much the game. It goes through all the... You drive like my mother. Yeah, you pretty much just go through the game like this. Then when you get to the end, it'll give you a score. Well, for this one, it's going to be 40 levels in, or 40 puzzles in. But you get the drift. Okay, and then the final game is Rags to Riches. Now, this is a game that I played when I was a kid on my Commodore 64. Played it with my friend, Ian. He was my next-door neighbor, and his sister as well. We played this, like, all summer long. I just remember trying everything to try and get through the game the best way possible. Anyways, yeah, so you're pretty much this hobo guy, or a bum, whatever you want to call him. That's a cop. He's going to arrest me because I don't have a haircut, so he could tell I'm a bum. Vagrant, or whatever. And there, he just arrests you. Later on in the game, you get yourself a haircut, he'll leave you alone. So essentially what you're doing is you're getting bottles off the street, coins, dollar bills. You go into the store. Because I got arrested, I got extra food, but if I didn't get arrested, I'd have to go back into the store and exchange that money for goods and services, which would be food. If you don't do that, you run out of food and the game ends. But yeah, the game is pretty much you have to become a millionaire. Now the one thing that's different from mine is that I actually put in a end screen. If you play the original one on the Commodore 64, once you hit the million, it just kind of rolls over to goes back to 0, and then you just kind of keep going, and yeah, it doesn't end. The object is to try and become a millionaire in the least amount of days. So when you look at it at your inventory, you can see it's day 1. So yeah, that's pretty much the idea. It's just like a point style game where you just try and better yourself every time you play it. Of course, in most cases, you're also trying to complete the game. So getting to that million is also a good way to look at it. So here you duck into the soup kitchen. You're not getting anything because it doesn't open until 11 a.m. as it says on the door. Once it's 11 a.m. and beyond that, then you can actually go in there and you'll get food, like so. You can see at the bottom there, the R, the really long yellow bar. That's your food and rest meter. The one below, it's an A. That's your alcohol meter. I did a video with Papa Pete on his channel, and we kind of did a little run through this game, and I explained to him that the alcohol really doesn't help you too much unless you're going to die, and it's the only thing you can get. But yeah, you can go on the subway. You can go west, south, east, north. You got to make sure you have money, though, because if you go over there, let's just go west. If you go west, you go on the subway, and you're out of south. You don't have the soup kitchen. Everything costs money, and this is where you'd get your haircut. So unless you're lucky enough to pick up some money off the street or enough bottles to exchange for money, it just takes some time. Yeah, this is Rags to Riches. It's a full-on conversion of the original game. I didn't really add anything other than the end screen, and of course I changed some of the names of the restaurants and stores around just for fun. Anyways, yeah, this is Rags to Riches, and that's all of the 4 games that I thought I would show off because they're going to go up for sale on the Intellivision Revolution website. So check it out if you're interested in purchasing any of them. I believe, like I said, I think fast food is up there already. So these ones will probably be up there hopefully very soon. So I'll leave a link in the bottom of the video description. And let me know what you think. Throw some comments down below. I hope you subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Let's go bum. My bottle.